Good day, friends. Before we present our presentation, let me introduce ourselves. My name is Rosalina Imelda Octaviana Situmorang, and my academic number is 18010300058. And my friends, Cici Paramita Sinaga, with academic number 18010300046. And my friends, Putri Faniarisa Sinaga, with academic number 18010300049. We are from Faculty of Teacher and Trainee, University of HKBP Nomensen Pematang Siantar. Now, we start our presentation. Number 1. What is second language acquisition? Second language acquisition is the process by which people learn language in addition to native language. Second language acquisition happens when a child or adult has already become a competent at a language and then attempt to learn another. Number 2. What is language acquisition? Language acquisition is the process by which humans acquire the ability to be aware of language and understand it, as well as to produce and use this word or sentence to communicate. Language acquisition involves structure, rules, and representation. Number 3. What are differences acquisition and learning? Acquisition implies their unconscious use. Although learning has its role, to be more successful, second language acquisition should place more emphasis on acquisition. Or we can say acquisition is the product of an unconscious process that is very similar to the process that children go through when they acquire their first language. In this case, the speaker focuses on his communicative action, while learning emphasizes explicit knowledge of grammatical rules. Or we can say learning is a product of formal instruction, so it is a conscious process that produces conscious knowledge of language. For example, knowledge of grammatical rules.
What are the second language acquisition barriers? The first is syntactic structure. The second is phonetics. The third is morpheme. And the last is semantics concept. When is the best age to learn second language? Research has shown that 15% of our ability to learn is developed by age 4 and another 13% by age. This is why 3-year-olds are encouraged to learn a second language. However, this doesn't mean that 80% of one's knowledge or intelligence is formed until they are 8 years old. It simply means that children develop their main learning pathways during their first years of life. What is considered proficient in second language? Children must communicate with others about much more complicated issues, whereas proficient in vocabulary and syntax so more readily. Reading, writing, speaking, and listening are all important factors in language acquisition.
What is the ultimate goal in acquiring a second language, and how does this affect at what age is taught? The answer: the ultimate goal of acquiring a second language is so that children can use a second language. After children can use a second language, this has an impact on the cognitive process and social attitudes of the child. For example, if a second language is taught from an early age, starting from the child will be more protected in the second language. Number 8. How an adult amnesia acquiring second language? The answer: amnesias lost their long-term memory but their short-term memory, and and their ability to speak and understand is not at all impaired, so that they can acquire a second language like normal people. Number 9. How does mother tongue affect second language acquisition? The answer: a new study is exploring how person native language can influence the way the brain processes auditory words in second language, because that signal the beginning and ending of words can differ from language to learning to segment and second language to into words. Annie Timber, an assistant professor of linguistics at the University of Kansas, is trying to better understand the kinds of second language learns listen for recognizing word in continuous speech. She also is studying how adaptive adults learn are in acquiring these new speech tests.
Number 10. Is there a meta-analysis on predicator of second language acquisition or bilingual language acquisition? Yes, applied linguistics are increasingly conducting meta-analysis in their substantive domains because, as a quantitative approach for averaging effect size across studies, it is more systematic and replicable than traditional qualitative literature review. Additional strengths such as increased statistical power, moderator analysis, and model testing have also contributed to its appeal. The current review describes typical stage of a meta-analysis in second language acquisition: research, defining the research domain, developing a reliable coding scheme, analyzing data, and interpreting results. Each stage has a host of equally reasonable decisions that can be made. Its decision will influence the conduct of the meta-analysis, the nature of the results, and the substantive implication of findings for second language acquisition. In general, when a meta-analysis in applied linguistics is well planned, employs sound statistical methods, and is based on a thorough understanding of relevance theory, it can provide critical information that inform theory as well as future research, practice, and policy. I think that's all our presentation. Thank you for your attention.